All right, we're almost ready to go. Good morning, everybody. Omar, hello there. All right. Wow, we got people starting up already nice and early. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's just post a link here and let's post this link here. And we will be starting. All right, I'm sharing my screen. We got everybody here. It'll be a lower week than usual, obviously, because of the holidays, but let's see what kind of damage we could do here. Omar, David, the sassy trainer, Brian, Robert, Devin, Murray, Piet D. Brook is here. Hopefully, I pronounced your name, Piet. Ivano, Jose, Jill, good morning, Jill, Pat, Louie, Dave, Rachel. Rachel's here. I like your name, Rachel. I just said goodbye to my Rachel, my little daughter. Kevin from beautiful Carlsbad, Tom, Timothy, Robert, Glenn, Justin, Art, Darren, Terrence, Richard, CJ. Good morning, CJ. Ricky. Good morning. I got my usual suspects here. And remember, click the bell, click the like button. We got David, Gustavo. Good morning, Gustavo. Charlie, Moondog is in the house. Ali. Good morning, Ali. Chris, Sarah, Patrick, Manuel. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and I hope everybody is doing well. Let me turn my camera on. I don't know why my camera is off. Not that it helps all that much. Good morning, everybody. Hello there. Hope everybody's having a great day, great Monday. Remember the two rules that we have here. Please do not post any tickers that are currently open in any program. And number two, what was number two? I don't even remember number two. Don't get political. Yeah, that's it. I think that's about it. We don't have too many rules here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Richie, Frankie, Richard from Puente Gorda, Colleen, my actuary, Dr. Serena, Angie, Henry, Jody, Jeff, Ed, Kriya, Ronald, Rich. Good morning, Rich. Hope all is well. Marco, Jesse, Roddy. Good morning, Roddy. Darren, Richard, Rochelle. Good morning, Rochelle from New Mexico. Randy, John. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just a couple of things, real quick. Let me post this here. Just some housekeeping, and then we can get started. So, folks, time is running out. I think today's the last day to get in on Kane's weekend income project. If you haven't done so, he and I are going to go live today at 2:30. Here, let me. For some reason, I can't post anything today. Oh, that's weird. They're changing stuff around. I guess I'll post it in a few minutes. Weird. Usually I could copy and paste, but I guess they're messing around there or something right now. Yeah, let's see if I can. There we go. That works. Jeez, I never thought I would have so much problems with my computer. Weird. Let it load. I'll give it to you guys in a second. Meanwhile, VIP room is going to be at noon. Customer service live, the Cam and Gustavo show. I can give you a link for that. At least I could do that while I'm here. For some reason, my computer's working slower than usual, but it's good. We need the room to fill up anyway. Here's the link to customer service live. Thank you, Dr. Serena. And finally, all right, here we go. VIP room link at noon. Please let me know if you have any questions. And join Kane and I at 2:30 today. The response has been tremendous, and we're happy to keep the momentum going. We're going to cover how Kane gets $950 net from his trades on Mondays. And today's Monday, so hopefully today we'll get some good feedback from that. Hey, Rosalind, good morning to you. Eduardo, Vernon, good morning. Benjamin, good morning. All right, so let's start. We've got a lot to talk about today. Now, this really helped last time, so I'm going to post this again because this really helped. So this is what we're trying to figure out. This entire hour, well, not the entire hour, most of this hour is going towards trying to figure out Thank you, Bob. Good morning to you. Where the S&P is going to go today. And you might or may not remember on Friday, I mentioned to you that I didn't expect a huge move. I didn't think we were going to go parabolically. I thought we were going to have more of maybe a little higher, maybe an inside day, but pretty much kind of where we're at. I actually thought we were going to kind of make this high, but a higher high, but maybe go down a little lower. But we didn't. Friday was just a real low volatility day. This is the entire range on Friday. And you could see, comparatively speaking, the range is much bigger. What do I expect today? Well, the question now is going to be, is the S&P going to make an all-time high from this bar, or is it going to cool off and touch, is this going to be pretty much the high of the day? And are we going to just come back down to the VWAP and make a lower low? Now, I want to point something out to you guys. You see how these two lines are crossing right here? This is the VWAP. I added this to my chart. Rich, you should add this also to your chart. This is the VWAP from the presidential election. You should add this to your SPY. The VWAPs you should have on your SPY right now should be year to date, year to date, which is right here, quarter to date, which is right here, and the latest major event in the market, which is the presidential election, which happened right here. You may, if you want to, I'm not a big fan of this. You can also attach a VWAP to the last triple witching, just on the SPY. A lot of folks are doing that. But if you want to add another VWAP, presidential election is the place you want to raise. The point I'm making is, notice we're above both the 8-day EMA and the election VWAP. So the market is trading above the election fair value. We are trading above, which is very bullish. Although I don't think we're going to have a gap. So here's what I think is going to happen today. And then we'll see. And then we're going to see if what I say happens. So what I think is going to happen is this. Now, again, I'm going to show you what I think is going to happen. And then I'm going to explain to you why I think it's going to happen. So I think the market will peak out right here, or maybe go a little bit higher, back away, go down not quite a bit, but quite a bit based on the intraday action, maybe come down to the 8-day EMA and test it, which would still put it above this bar. So I think we're going to continue this trajectory right here, but I don't think the stock market is ready to go from here and make this the low and trigger higher. I think that most of what's already in the market is priced in today. So we may squeeze a little bit higher at the open. We're going to have a gap up. And then I think we're going to come down, fill the gap a little bit, right? Come down to here and maybe close somewhere in the middle. Now, I've explained to you what I think. Now, think about it. If you can predict ahead of time what the stock market is going to do, think about it. 66% of all movements or stocks are derived from the S&P 500. So maybe maybe opening a little lower than this or a little higher than this, pushing through, obviously taking out this high right here, which we've already done. So I'm not expecting anything major to happen because there's no major news today from the market, as I will go through. But then I'm expecting this to cool off and start backing into this and not going all the way. So Roger, why are you so confident that this is going to back down instead of coming back up all the way and just bust through and just leave another gap here? I'll explain to you that over the next 45 minutes. Okay? So let's now go through the analysis and I'll explain to you my logic behind this. So here's our conclusion, right? I just gave you the conclusion. Now let's see if we can support that conclusion. Or if we're going to be SOL and Uncle Roger's going to be wrong. Either way, one way or the other, I'm not anticipating a bearish breakdown day to take us through the VWAP. I think we have two good support levels here, the 8-day and the election VWAP, and I think those levels will hold, at least for now. Notice when we broke out of the election VWAP, when it crossed the 8-day, look at the rally we got. Nice rally. So I think this will sustain. But again, I don't think we're going to open up 300 points on the Dow and go higher. I think we're going to open and just kind of come down, test this area, and close somewhere in the middle. Therefore, I don't think that there's too much upside possibility. I think the upside possibility is going to be given to you in the morning. Now, if you listen to what I'm saying right now, and if you're paying attention, then this should have really helped you out right now. Because all those long triggers you have right now to the long side, you're going to cool and wait them and probably take profit at the morning and see if you can get into them again. Because the market's already up 315 points. The Nasdaq's already up 108. There's no major catalyst right now. And today is a Monday. And what happens usually on Mondays? Hey, Ben, how are you? Good to see you. What happens on Mondays? So let's go through this and then we'll revisit this in the end and see why I think one way or the other. Maybe I could be swayed by what I'm about to do analysis on, but that's my conclusion. Let's see if we can back up that conclusion. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. The only way to spread the wealth to other people is to hit the like button. Oh, we already have 93 likes. That's pretty good. Hey, Blair, good morning. So now let's go through everything. And as I'm going through my analysis, ask yourself, this is what you should be asking yourself. Is what Roger's saying in line with his expectation for the S&P or not? Is what Roger's saying in line with his expectations for the S&P or not? That's what you should be doing as I'm going through this. So my conclusion is this is the high of the day or near the high of the day. The market may go just a little bit higher. It's going to back down quite a bit, probe this area, fill this gap, and then maybe close somewhere like right here in between. All right, that's my analysis, okay? That's my analysis. So let's now go through it and talk about all of it. Okay, gold market. Gold market's down today. It's backing away. It's not really helping or hurting us, but in terms of the gold, we're hitting the 8-day EMA. We just backed. This is real time. We backed off of it. We made a higher high today. That's key. We made a higher high, which means if we back off of the lows right now and just start coming here, this candle will look like a strong candle because we took out the high and we really bounced off the 8-day EMA here. So in my humble opinion, I'm fairly neutral on the gold market. Is it fair to be neutral on the gold market? Yeah, we have a holiday week. We have a very fragmented week. Do we usually get a lot of movement in a fragmented week when most people are on vacation right now? People are traveling right now. Institutional traders who make billions of dollars are going to take this week off. They always do. So does that help today? It's a Monday today. It's a Monday today, right? Mondays are, and it's a holiday week. So we have a fragmented week and we have a Monday to start off. Am I expecting a lot from the commodity market or the US dollar? No. Are we going to get a lot of directional bias this week? No. But at the same time, we do have FOMC minutes tomorrow, okay? We have consumer confidence tomorrow. We have new home sales tomorrow. So if these numbers are really, really hard, they can really move the market. Do I think they're going to be really great and they're going to move the market? I think they're going to be neutral. And I don't think there's going to be a lot of firepower. Well, Roger, we have the GDP on where's the hell is that GDP? We have the GDP on Wednesday. Folks, it's a revision. This is a revision. This is not going to be the maker or the breaker. The maker or the breaker is going to be the personal income and outlays. Now, look, I'm going to ask you an interesting question. When is this report? When are these reports coming out? Wednesday the 27th. Let me ask you a question. Do you guys think a lot of folks are going to be trading Wednesday, November 27th into the holiday? Do you think anybody except Matt and me is going to be in our office? Hell, I may even tell Matt to work from home, like on Friday, for sure. I'll tell him to work from home. So my point is, thank you, Dr. Serena. I really appreciate you being a great actuary. Again, join Kane and I at 2:30. This may be the last time you get a chance before I talk some sense into him and raise the price, which we should have done to begin with. I have my VIP room at noon today. And Customer Service Live, my favorite place. You guys don't understand how much more efficient I've become and how much less frustrated investors have become since Customer Service Live has been on. It's been a gold mine and a game changer. 80% of the things you guys ask me, Customer Service Live can answer. Penny says last week Philadelphia Fed manufacturing index was very bad, so might not the Fed manufacturing index. Oh, yes. It was very bad. It was very bad, Penny. They were expecting positive 5.5. They got negative, I think, 0.7 or something. Skiing, Eric says, skiing ahead, already making money over the weekend. Beautiful. Alan. So again, let's just kind of remember we have our theory is this is already near the high of the day, and we're going to back away here, and we're not going to just go from here all the way up, but we got to back it up. We got to back it up. So not a lot for gold, not a lot for Fed data, although I mean, I'm tomorrow. We still may have a little firepower. Okay, but I don't think we're going to have much firepower on Wednesday. But just so you know, this is a revision. This is a GDP revision. I see a lot of headline news. Oh, we're going to have the GDP report. It's going to be the big report. The folks who are telling you that have no idea how fundamentals work. It's a revision. It's not a big deal. Durable goods is going to be a good one. International trades and goods and services. And the big one is going to be right here. This is the big daddy. And it's happening at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. We are definitely not going to be doing anything before 10 a.m. on Wednesday. I could promise you that. Let Matt work from home. He's going to be first time. Well, he's not going to be a first time dad for a while. He still has several months, but oh yeah, Kane rocks. Kane rocks. Good morning, Kirk. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I can't wait to take Kane's next trade. I have his. I actually have. I have right here the time for the. When did he say he's doing that session? Tuesday at 2 p.m. I think I wrote it down on Saturday. I have it written down. I want to go there because I want to take that trade from him. So I'll be there for selfish reasons. So let's continue. So gold, is gold giving us tailwind today? Not really, not really. What about crude oil? Crude oil is actually surprisingly following along the broad energy market. Look at this. We've been able to overcome the 50 day, over the last 3 days. We've been able to overcome the quarter day VWAP, the 100-day moving average. The next is the year-to-date VWAP. If we can come up above this area, we're going to start being. It's going to start getting bullish again. But the problem is, it's going to be inflationary because oil is inflationary. So I'm at the opinion that we're going to top out around here. But again, if we have a catalyst, if we have a major catalyst, that will change that. But as of right now, I'm neutral on the energy market. Basically, what I'm saying is if you see a strong stock making a 52-week high or breaking out, like Chevron, for example, which is looking beautiful, you can buy these on a pullback, but don't go buying energy stocks right here. Okay. I think so too. I'll double check, but I think so too. I think so too. But I really want to get in there because I want to take that trade. See, I have selfish reasons. Uh, Anyhow, only look for stocks that are doing this or stocks that are down here. Don't look at any energy stocks down here. And I don't think I have many on my agenda anyway. Okay. Thanks, Terrence. Thanks, Alan. I appreciate that. And here's my links again. Uh, Join us at 2:30 today. Last time I'm going to post it for the next 20 minutes. And my VIP room, we're going to have some really good stuff today. The VIP room has been on fire. All right. So, are we getting any major? Are we getting any major boost from the energy market? Potentially. Although, I mean, we're pretty flat right now. Okay, so I don't think commodities are going to be anything crazy. U.S. dollar is cooling off. This is going to give some stocks, consumer stocks especially, a chance to rally. So this is good for the stock market, for certain stocks. This is good for the stock market. And the bond market is doing exactly the same. The bond market yield is going down. Look at this is the 20-year plus TLT. You guys wanted me to look at this. Yield is going down. The next level is the quarter date VWAP. Then we have these three huge resistance areas. This would be my target if I was long. I wouldn't be long right now, but if I was, this would be my target. And again, I wouldn't be long. I would probably look to sell right here off of a breakdown over here. Be careful. The next area at 92.67 on the TLT, you have quarter date VWAP here. And you have quarter day VWAP. And also, I just realized something here. Hold on. A second. Yeah. So here is that VWAP, the election day VWAP right here. See, we're above that VWAP and the 8 day. The 8 day and the VWAP right now, the election VWAP are right next to each other. So the downside, this is the level you want to watch, 90.73. Notice the election VWAP and the 8 day right here. So to the upside, the next level is 92.67. To the downside, the next level is 90.75. Okay? All right. So yes, we are. So seasonality is favoring a good sharp move higher. The bond market is, and the U.S. dollar could be giving us a nice headway for a move higher. The day of the week and the fact that it's a holiday and the fact that everything is fragmented is taking away from that move higher. So I'm just kind of I'm kind of reviewing where we've been so far. Okay, so crude oil bullish to neutral, U.S. dollar bearish, bonds yield taking off, good for stocks. What about China? Is China helping us? No, China is lower than it was on Friday. China is not giving us any tailwind, and China is very, very concerned about tariffs. Now, I know last month, not last Monday, the Monday before last Monday, when I started talking about tariffs, you guys wanted to chew my head off and started thinking I was being political. Now it's like the headline in every story. MSN this week. The number that I keep getting, the number that I keep seeing is between 2,650 and $2,700 a month that we are going to have to pay over the next couple of years annually for this luxury. So, and again, nobody knows if it's going to happen, but that's what the market is thinking right now. And a lot of clothing, toy stocks, and electronic stocks are pricing that in. So again, keep an eye on that. Very, very, very important. Okay. All right. Let's put everything together. Let's put everything together and then start talking about the stock market. Okay. And its relationship. So, uh, awaiting minutes of the Federal Reserve policy meeting. The minutes are coming out tomorrow at 2 o'clock. That'll be really interesting to hear. And we have the big report is going to be the minutes, and it's going to be right here, personal income. Minutes, personal income, followed by the GDP, followed by consumer confidence, and then followed by GDP. So as far as importance, you have personal income, FOMC, consumer confidence, and then GDP. I'm just giving you the kind of where can we use seasonality in our analysis. Howard, that's going to be a major part of this afternoon session. Matt actually created a study for the last 2 weeks of this month, but we were too busy on Friday and we didn't have a chance. So today in the VIP room, we will have a special section on seasonality. And Matt and I will talk a lot about seasonality because it's very important right now. Okay. And here is the link for that. Oh, here's the link for that. There you go. Perfect. All right. Let's continue. Let's continue. We've got a lot to talk about today. So I'm just going through the important stuff. Friday, global manufacturing rose to a 4 month high, in line with expectations. That was positive. Global service PMI, 2.5 year high. That's okay. Consumer sentiment was revised lower, not so great, but again, it's not too bad. We got Thursday, the market will be closed, and we have a Black Friday. Most folks will not be working. Come on, guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's get 250 likes here. Highlights this week will be core personal consumption expenditures. That's what I said was the most important thing. The Fed's preferred inflation gauge, right. That's this right here. Personal income right here. This is going to be the big report this week, not the GDP. Okay. A lot of folks get confused. They see GDP and they get bulls in their eyes. It doesn't work that way. Um, See, they don't even put it here. They don't even highlight it here, including U.S. GDP second estimate. See that? See, and this usually tells you the order of importance. They put the GDP before consumer confidence, but I believe because it's the second estimate, consumer confidence is more important. So once again, in terms of the importance, and you should know this because this will allow you to gauge firepower. In terms of importance, you got personal income, you got FOMC minutes, you got consumer confidence, and then you have the GDP. All right. Very important. And it's important for you guys to know that. Thank you, Bob. Hit that like button. All right. We have earnings today, but I mean earnings this week, but not huge earnings. They are spread out and they're primarily focused on retail and chips and technology. Retail, consumer discretionary, retail, technology and chips. These sectors right here. Invesco, QQQ, communication, semiconductors, technology, and consumer discretionary. If you look at our sectors, these are now at the bottom. Interest rates again, Dow stocks, technology stocks. The stocks that are down here are coming out with earnings this week. Okay. So we're going to be watching them very, very, very carefully. I was at Dick's actually this weekend again. I was just getting this shirt there. I like Dick's a lot actually. Macy's, Dick's, CrowdStrike, Dell, HP, ADI. So you got technology, consumer discretionary, earnings, and retail this week. All right. Very, very much NASDAQ, 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 NASDAQ. Okay. The minutes will be monitored. That's going to be very important. As I said, that's going to be this report right here. And I know I'm taking my time, but it's important for you to get a visual to understand what each sentence means right here. That's this report right there. There's now only a 56% chance that they're going to cut rates. I think there should be a 300% chance, but what do I know? If the Fed doesn't cut rate, it's going to put pressure on the long bond right here. And the long bond has a lot of to work through here. You have a wall here. Quarter date VWAP, 200-day moving average, year-to-date VWAP, 50-day moving average, 100-day, just to get up here. Look how much it has to go through just to get up here. Think about it. What if this was up here and all of this was below it? This is like a wall on top right here. We have a wall on top, a wall between Mexico and USA right here, on top of the bond market. Okay, and this is going to be very hard to overcome. Just like for crude oil, look, it's not just moving parabolically. It's having a hard time overcoming all this, and even if it overcomes this, it still has the year-to-date VWAP and the 200-day. So always look at what's above you and what's below you. I'll get emails. I'll get tons of emails. Hey, Roger, what do you think of this stock? I'll pull the stock up and it's right below the 50-day moving average. I'm like, I know that and I could tell, hey, you're not listening to what I'm saying. Put the 50-day moving average and oh my God, I can't believe I didn't see that. So put these on your charts so that your chart and my chart can look alike. Okay. And the only thing I added here was the election VWAP. I forgot about that completely. That's right here. And we're above that on the crude oil and the bond market too, I think. Let's see. Yep. Here's the election VWAP. Here's the quarter. Here's the quarter VWAP. Here's the annual VWAP. All right, let's continue this. We're making progress here. We're making progress. Europe. Is Europe giving us a little tailwind? Yes, it is. Treasury nomination. They like people like President Trump's nomination that 0.56. So we're not really technology stocks led the gain on Monday. Very good. Whenever you see technology or financials gaining, that's really a good sign. Markets have very hard time going up without financials or technology driving price. China, reflecting continued investor disappointment over the absence of strong fiscal rejuvenation. I hate to say I told you so, but I did tell you so many times. Not looking good at all. Japan ended green today, giving us tailwind, which is one of the reasons why the market's higher, hitting its highest level in over a week. Electronics and chemical stocks. That means broad market. Chemical stocks are basic materials and electronic stocks are electronic stocks. That means the market is just strong. Japanese shares also mirrored Wall Street's positive finish on Friday, which makes sense. A sign of U.S. economic strength boosted hopes for earnings growth. Yes, 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 yes. Snowflake is up 3%. They were upgraded. ARM, chip stock, got upgraded, going to give it a little tailwind. Robinhood, fintech. Remember, I've been very bullish on fintech lately, and I haven't been hiding that from you. Square, PayPal, Hood. We've been having the stock on our. I dare anybody to say we have not had the stock on our list at least 50 times in the last 2 months, maybe 30 times, 40 times. I don't know. You guys have the tape. And Trade Desk, another financially related stock. I like fintech right now. I like fintech right now. I do. I do. I do. I do. We have Bad Bath and Body Work today, and we have Agilent Technology. Nothing really crazy with earnings, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on earnings. Hey, we got over 500 people here. Love it. Remember, target $915 every Friday, and try to get out on Monday for $915. We'll see if Kane's theory holds true today. Join us at 2:30, and I'll have my VIP room where I'll be talking a lot about seasonality today, giving you hot afternoon stocks. And also, don't forget, Gustavo and Cam show. And if you're lucky, maybe Gustavo will show you his beautiful Doberman Pinscher, which I'm very jealous of. I love Doberman Pinschers. All right, so now let's move to the stock market. All right. Okay. Sentiment. Let's look at sentiment. Let's look at sentiment. What is this number, guys? Oh, hold on. Hold on a second. What is this number? Hey, Dylan. Hey, Frankie. What is this telling us? There's a delay here, so I'm going to wait because this is important. What is this telling us? Stop sign, right? A big red stop sign. What happens when this number gets to 400? You guys remember. You guys know how this movie plays out. You've been here before. This is not your first rodeo. Now, for those of you who are new here, you're probably thinking to themselves, what the is he talking about? And what the hell are they all talking about? What happens is when this number gets to 400, this is the Uncle Roger momentum indicator, the homegrown momentum indicator that I've been using for 20 years. When this number gets to 400, it means the market is starting to get a little overdone. Now, what if we add, let me zoom out again. Now, what happens when this number gets to 400 and you add the fact that it's a Monday today, and you add the fact that it's a holiday week today, and what happens when you add to that the fact that there's no major Fed data today? Does this start to become a little more significant? Starting to. Yes, starting to get overcooked, starting to get a little too big. And again, we're going to cover all of this before we conclude and go to our stocks, and we're doing good on time today, which is great. But do you see how we're starting to get a picture? And remember, we're only trying to answer one question. One question. What is the S&P going to do in the next 6 hours? If you try to answer any other question, what is the market going to do by the end of this week? Or what is the market going to do next quarter? You are way, 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 way. You have to put way, 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 way much more analysis into that. This is how much I do an hour of analysis to show you what the most highest probability of the market going down, choppy, sideways, moving up. And that's what we're trying to answer right now. And we're going to review all of this. I never said anything about a down day, Kirk. Kirk, come on, listen carefully. Listen carefully and watch carefully. So, all right. So we're up here. We're already making a higher high. We're already near all-time highs. But it's Monday. The market's already up overnight. The market is already up. The market's already up 300 points on the Dow and 100 points, so it's probably pricing in the majority of what I already read to you. What was that, Roger? The fact that these stocks got upgraded, the fact that global markets are giving us turmoil, that's priced into this market already. The market already knows that. So what is going to be the catalyst to drive this over the edge to new highs? Well, seasonality's on our side. Seasonality's on our side. Technology seems to be driving the market. But it's so let's kind of get you got the devil and the angel right on each shoulder. So let's look at so far let's look at the devil and let's look at the angel. So the devil is we're gonna come down, we're just gonna kind of come up, sucker a bunch of weak hands, and then come right back down here and kind of flop around, close higher, but not necessarily run up. That's the devil. The angel is we're gonna run up and make a new high. So let's see, what do we have for each side? Right? So global markets are helping us. Technically, we look beautiful. The bond market is definitely helping us. The US dollar is definitely helping us. Commodities are not, I mean, like gold and crude oil are not here. China's not really helping us. Japan and Europe are helping us. Sectors were a little overbought here, but in terms of fragmentation, we're starting to see interest rates, which lead rally. That's a positive sign. So I'm thinking kind of mixed. I would say that the only thing we don't have going for us really is the fact that the market is already pretty strong going into today. The fact that most of what I've already said is priced in, and the fact that seasonality is good. But we've got fragmentation because of the week. That's bad. The fragmentation's bad. This is bad. And the fact that it's Monday. So the really bad things for us is getting a little uppity, no major catalyst, day of the week, and the week itself. But we do have all the internals, or most of the internals, like global markets, the bond market, all that helping. So I'm kind of seeing a 50-50, a little bit both ways. Do you guys see how I'm finessing all this? Do you see how we're trying to get inside, how we're trying to open the hood and get inside the car and look at what the engine's doing? Let's continue. Volatility. Volatility is breaking down below 15. Another check mark for positive. Now, if we stop here and we start going to 17, it's going to be bad. But if we fall and come back down to 13, it's going to be great. But right now, we're right at that line. Are we going to hold this line and bounce back up? Remember, a lot of what's good today is already driving this market. See, it's already there. So my question is, okay, the global economy is good. Let's give the Dow a couple of 100 points. Commodities are all the Fed data. So the question is this the high of the day? And are we going to just chop around and make a lower low and then just kind of putz around? Or is this going to be a catalyst to a new move? Well, volatility is right at that edge, right at the edge. What about the SPY? The SPY it's beautiful. The SPY is above key levels. We only have like 2 points of here. Is this helpful to you guys? We don't have a lot of resistance on the SPY here. Look, we got this area right here above it. Oops. We got this area right here. What the hell's going on here? Right here, and we have this area right here. We don't have that much above us, but look, we're already gapping up and we're already hitting this area. And overnight, look at this. See, overnight, we're already at that level right there. All right, well, what about the QQQ? If this is helpful, you know what to do. Hit the like button. QQQ. Woo, look at this. Got some firepower here, but ugh, ugh, got some trend lines here. If you were sitting next to me, this is exactly what I would be doing every day with you. What we're doing right now. I don't know, Jeff. That's a great question. Let's see if we can figure it out. So look at the QQQ. Let's move that right here. We just broke out of this area. The question is, are we going to go back and test 506 or are we just going to come right back up? There's a big liquidity pocket here and there's a big liquidity pocket here. I personally think we're going to huff and puff, maybe go a little bit higher and then start coming off and filling this gap and then close somewhere here. I don't think we're going to go much higher. Maybe a little higher, and then back off, fill this gap, not necessarily break down and like undo this, but kind of just consolidate. Make a higher high, fill in the gap, and consolidate. Okay? You want to go back to the SPY? We can go back to the SPY. This is important. I'm doing good on time today. Nobody's arguing with me today, thank God. Here's the SPY. Here's the SPY. Here's that liquidity pocket right here. We're still in that area. We haven't broken this liquidity pocket right here on the SPY. So we're either going to break and come back up and test. I think we're going to trigger some stops, maybe come up right here, just a little higher, and then come back down here and just kind of putz around. Yay! We got over 550 people here. Hit that like button. I don't even know how many likes we got. Let's see. 233. I like it. So that's the SPY. How about the Dow? Let's look at the Dow. But do you see how important all of this is and also trying to figure out what's going on? And the Dow is at new high right now. So do I think the Dow is just going to continue breaking out? No, I think the Dow is going to want to fill this gap. But this is a very, very good sign. Very, very good sign. Although I don't think we're just going to gap up. I think we may gap up a little bit and just fizzle out and stay around here and then just kind of start filling in this gap and create a range right here, which would mean still we're at an all-time high. So this is great. What's really great is, I'll tell you what's really good, folks, is this is not my analysis. This is a conclusion. What's really great is that all the indexes are trading above the VWAP at the election day. This is the election day VWAP. Look at the Dow. Look at the QQQ. I just added that today. That's the only VWAP I didn't have. I totally forgot about it. This is the NASDAQ. We're above the VWAP. And the SPY, we're above the VWAP. We're above the VWAP, but we're in this range. The only place we're not in a range is the, and let's look at the Russell now, is the Dow. This is very positive. This is very positive. I like what I'm seeing with small caps right now. And the reason the Dow's up because of financial stocks, and the financial stocks are looking good. This is really good. We have a breakout pending. And what I really like about this is if you look over the last 4 years, we are almost at the breakout zone. Remember what I said? The market's going to turn bullish and deflationary once we break this out. I drew this for you 3 years ago right here, breaking out nicely. So the Russell small caps are helping us. That's another thing towards the bullish. So this morning, so let me just say this before we continue. This morning, before I did this analysis with you, I was about 80% neutral and about 20% bullish. But after I saw the Dow and after I saw the Russell, I'm actually about 50% bullish and about 50% neutral. Okay? And the biggest reasons why I'm neutral is because of this number right here, and because of that number, because of the day of the week, and because of the holiday. So my the only thing that's pushing me, that's making me not hyper bullish is this, the day of the week, this and this week. But now let's I saved the best for last. How about semiconductors? Can the market rally a lot without semiconductors? They sure are, Rich. I got a lot of them on my list today. So, what about semiconductors? Can the Nasdaq really gain a lot of upside without semiconductors? No. Are semiconductors up today? No, they're not. And by the way, here's that VWAP. This is the election day right here. Look at where we're trading right here. My dogs are going crazy. Sorry, guys, if you hear it. We have a delivery. We always have deliveries, and because we have a pretty big household, and there's always something. Anyway, chip stocks are not doing great. Chip stocks are right at the 100-day moving average. You have the quarter day VWAP, the election VWAP, the 50-day moving average, this resistance line right here, not looking great. This would cause the Nasdaq not to continue moving higher. So that's the fourth thing we have going against us. Chip stocks not cooperating, time of the week, day of the week, holiday. All right. Right. No big run without bank stocks joining the party. You're not, yeah, because the Dow needs to participate, and you can't get the Dow to participate without financials. You need financials and tech stocks to rally, not necessarily chip stocks, not necessarily chip stocks, FANG stocks, the large caps. Let's see how they're doing right now. Let's see how the Magnificent Seven are doing right now. They're above the VWAP right now. And look at that VWAP, the election VWAP right there. We're slightly above. Do I think we're going, but notice they're not like up here like the small caps. So you're not getting a lot of firepower. You're not getting a lot of firepower. You're getting a little firepower. Look at the Dow right now. The Dow is up 0.75. Remember, the Dow is not as as the QQQ 0.50 only. So we got to be careful here because we got chip stocks and mag stocks that are still fairly flat, and it's going to, if without the FANG stocks, how much higher is the market going to go? So again, more choppiness, more Monday, more. Yeah, and here's the RSP with the smaller stocks, which are doing good. But where's the firepower? They're at all-time highs. The FANG stock, the FANG stocks, on the other hand, are not. Can the market rally a lot without the FANG stocks that account for 70% of firepower driving the market? No, no. You do have Nvidia in the Dow now. That helps. Yeah, Square and PayPal are financial. I've been very bullish on them, Richie. As you know, I've been very bullish on them. Okay, so we went through the analysis. We went through our analysis. Let's go through our stocks, and then we'll go through our conclusion again, okay? Let's do the downside first. I don't have a lot of downside stocks. I only have three. Agilent Technology right at the VWAP. I would wait for this. I wouldn't be selling this right now. I would wait for the stock. I guess it had earnings or something. I would wait for the stock to break down the VWAP right at 131. Sting, nice breakdown right here. Nice breakdown below all the key levels. I would wait for the 8-day EMA and then NEE. Look at that, 561 people on a holiday week. That's pretty good. I would wait. You have the VWAP. You have the election VWAP here. You want to wait for this to break the election VWAP right here at 75.40. Okay? Because this will offer a lot of support. Now let's do the long side. Already up there. Wait for it to hit the VWAP at 2177. Hewlett Packard. Tesla. I gave you Tesla last week. I told you, I gave you the symbol for the Tesla that doesn't have in the pit. I gave you a symbol for Tesla. What was that symbol? Hold on a second. Second. Setting VWAP alert for Tesla. Remember ticker TSLL for extra juicy leverage and cheaper price. What day was that? November 22nd. November 22nd, right here. So anybody who took me on that, yeah. Oh, I'm assuming somebody, they're already telling you, Karen, TSLL. I did right here. I did tell you right here on Friday at 10:48 in the morning. Tesla's only 8 points higher now. Just saying. That was in the pit, by the way. So Tesla, I still like Tesla, but I would obviously want it to back away here to the 8-day EMA. I like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Citibank, and JP Morgan. I'm not going to go through all of them, but because I like all of them the same. So if you have 100 shares, you could put 25 into each, or you could just pick the best one. I like them all. Good, 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 good. Carvana, I still like. I would not be buying breakouts this morning for obvious reasons. I would be buying pullbacks. You guys know that for me, Mondays are more like Fridays. I chill usually on Mondays. I'm very cautious. See, already reflecting these levels. That's the problem. So I'm thinking that a lot of upside is already priced into the market today because Mondays are not big run days. Gap, Disney, CRM. I know. We've never talked about this stock before. Toast, Dash. There you go, Wilford. That's the spirit. Well, if you're not in the pit, Wilford, you should be. Don't do anything here. Wait for it to hit the 8-day EMA. Don't be silly with this. PCG, beautiful stock. Look at that. CMG, SMR. I know. It's a stock we've never talked about before. We've never talked about this stock. Wait for it to come back down here, though. Don't go chasing it, okay? IP, I like the stock a lot. And my favorite stock for today, well, I'm not going to give it to you here. I already gave it in the pit, so I'm not going to give it to you guys here. That's a premium stock. The one I posted in the pit last night that I added to my watch list. Adele, what's the requirement for you to join the VIP room? The requirement is for you to remember to follow this link at noon Eastern time. That's what your requirement is. And if you want to join the class today, the target's $915 every Friday afternoon, right there. And customer service live, which I absolutely highly, highly recommend. Before you send me any emails asking me any questions, go to customer service live first. They are a lifesaver. I really like IP. I think this may be my favorite stock today, but I would like to see it at 58.22. Maybe somebody can send me an email. I don't have my TC2000 open, but if this hits 58, if this hits the 8A line, can somebody send me an email, give me a heads up? Notice the election VWAP is right there. You want to buy stocks. Another. Let me give you a tip. Don't buy stocks that are not above the election day VWAP right now. Just forget about them. Notice every stock I gave you today was above the election day VWAP. Okay. So now that we've done through all this, let's now put it all together, and I'll send you guys on your way. So, what do I think is going to happen today? Well, the NASDAQ and the Dow are up really hard, and they're already pricing in all the global data, and they're already pricing in all of this data. The market's looking really, really strong right now. So I think we're going to open up. This is a total guess, and this guess is based on what we've been just doing for the last hour, okay? So I think that a lot of this, let me remove all these lines here. The hell is all this? Now I'm just going to leave it alone. You see, you could see this. So I think that this will reflect or maybe go a little bit higher and reflect the high and back away and fill this gap. I think this gap needs to be filled. And partly because it's Monday, we don't have major earnings today or data today. We're too strong to begin the week, in my opinion. I don't think we have a big enough catalyst. I think this is an overreaction because we don't have anything crazy happening. And I don't think the US dollar or the bond market is enough to drive the bond market doing this is enough to drive this price parabolically. So I think today the odds are we're going to see a bigger range than we saw on Friday, but I'm not necessarily convinced that we're going to open here and just go straight up. I think we're going to open, huff and puff a little bit, fill in this gap, and then start coming back up, which would make today a strong day, but not as strong as the market is implying right now. And again, why am I saying it? Because it's Monday, because we have a holiday week, because a lot of institutions are out of town, because we have fragmentation. On the other hand, the Dow's making all-time highs, financials are breaking out, volatility is near all-time lows. So we have a we have basically, if it wasn't of Monday and if it wasn't a fragmented week, and if I didn't see this, I would say we're going to have real firepower. But here's the other thing. Typically, when the markets open up strong, we tend to fade. When the markets open up weaker, we tend to go up. So I think we're going to see a lot of profit taking this morning. We're going to see consolidation. So I think we're going to open up, maybe go up a little bit higher, start consolidating, break down just a little bit, and then we're going to see some firepower towards the end of the day, but not break out to new highs. Now, how accurate am I? Probably about 75%. All right? Does this help? How do I find election day VWAP? It's right. Well, you know the election day, right? Desler? This is the election day right here. Look, Desler, here's how you do it. You go to Google. You type in election day. Election day. What day was it? It was Tuesday. It was November 5th. Can you do this? Sure, you can. Can you go right here and mark that day on your calendar that this was the reaction after? This is the reaction, election day right here. You know, election right here, election day reaction right here, the 6th. And you anchor your VWAP right here. That's it. That's all you have to do right here. All right. I hope we don't have any breakdowns today. I'm talking mental ones at that. All right, guys. Have a fantastic day. Thank you for making this a fantastic session. If you have a question, a good question, not a customer service question, you can always email me at roger@rogerscott.com. Please visit us at 2:30 today. Kane and I are going to be hot, hopefully bragging about the profit that he took on the Friday's trade. Join me in my VIP room where we'll have a little fun today going through seasonality. And hopefully, I've opened up your eyes to what the market is really doing and how to analyze it the right way. Thank you, guys. Have a great day, everybody. Again, if you're in the VIP room, today's Monday, and you guys know how Mondays are. I'll talk to you later. We got to be very, very careful today. Bye.